வருது, எனக்கு கிளியராக இல்லை பிக்சர். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம். ஆமாம் ஆமாம், இந்த கேமரா தான் வருது.
கீழே இருக்கணும், கொஞ்சம் கீழே.
இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இது பண்ணி பாருங்களேன். லாஸ்ட் டைமே ஒரு
ஏன் இப்படி இது வருது?
இதுவும் வருது. இதெல்லாம் அப்போ இதை தள்ளி வைக்கணும் நினைக்கிறேன். இப்போ கரெக்டாக வருது.
தலை கட்டாக இருக்கு.
கொஞ்சம் அது இருக்கு.
Okay, better.
ஓ, நீங்கள் இது சொல்கிறீங்களா?
விழுந்துருமா? உப்பவன். ओके. मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वरिशिष्टान्ते वसत्ऋषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमाराद त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वडतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्नसंशयाः निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगति तं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमहा योगीव यस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये स्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितात् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये अनाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषं वादिनः मायाविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशः मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूसुषुप्तः पुमान् त्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यत्प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वाय एष पुरुषः मायापरिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भास्य ननो निलुम्भरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ज्ञानाच्च सङ्कीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येत्तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. We are on the 51st verse number 51. Vijñāne spandamāne vai nābhāsā anyato bhuvah na tatonyatra nispandat na vijñānam vishanti te. We are on the Alata Shanti Prakaranam. So, after refuting the other systems of philosophy up to the 28th verse, Gaudapadacharya summarized the Vedanta portion from verse 29 to 46. By taking Swapna Drishtanta once again. And through the Swapna Drishtanta, he established Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva, Na Para. And now the same Vedanta Sara is being established with another example, Alata Drishtantaha. The example of firebrand. This example is from verse number 47 to 56. First he explained the example. Imagine there is a firebrand which has a handle with a flaming tip is one. In a dark room, the flame is one, Advaitam, and the flame is self-evident. And when you move the firebrand, varieties of patterns appear. And if you try to analyze as to what those patterns are, they are all mysterious things. We do experience those patterns, varieties of forms. But on analysis we find they are not substantial entities having existence of their own. And if you try to analyze how the patterns come, you will not be able to explain. The patterns do not come from the outside of the firebrand. Patterns do not come from inside of the firebrand. And later when the pattern disappears, they don't go outside the firebrand and they don't go inside also. So 4 statements. Don't come from outside or inside. They don't go outside or inside. So you cannot say how the patterns come, but you very clearly experience the patterns, and there is a plurality also. In the same way, there is one non-dual firebrand called Brahma Chaitanyam, and this consciousness alone is in seeming motion because of which there is an experience of this universe. And if you analyze it at macro level, the consciousness have a seeming motion caused by Maya. And because of this, there is the experience of Prapancha, the pluralistic universe. This is a summary of so far you have seen. If you take the very same thing at micro level, I am a conscious being, and this consciousness has a seeming motion caused by my thoughts at the mental level. And because of thoughts associated with consciousness, at individual level, I experience plurality. Pot thought comes, there is a pot experience. Waking and dream state, there is a pluralistic world caused by the seeming disturbance of consciousness by thought. That consciousness cannot move, okay? So it is an illusion that it is moving. So it's a seeming movement, disturbance. And how do you prove that? It is caused by thoughts by Anvaya Vyatireka logic. We can prove that. Thoughts are present, there is this experience of this universe. When you go to deep sleep state, when the thoughts are subsided, there is consciousness but no experience of plurality. There is neither Jagrat Dvaita Prapancha nor Swapna Dvaita Prapancha. Thus by Anvaya Vyatireka logic we come to know one non-dual entity in motion alone appear as plurality. There is no reality to plurality. We are only negating reality to plurality. We don't negate the experience of plurality. Experience of plurality will be there for a man of realization also. But it doesn't have any reality on its about Dvaita Prapancha on its own. Minus consciousness, you cannot talk about Dvaita Prapancha. Minus firebrand, you cannot experience the pattern. Now the example part is over up to the 50th verse. Now from the 51st verse onwards, Gaudapada Acharya extend this to the original consciousness. The pluralistic world does not come outside the consciousness. Abhasaha. Na abhasaha. Na anyato bhuvaha. Abhasaha. Na anyato bhuvaha. Na nirgadaste vijnanat. Pluralistic world do not go outside of consciousness. Na vijnanam vishantite, and they don't go outside the consciousness. They don't go, pluralistic world do not go outside consciousness. Then na vijnanam vishantite. They don't go inside the consciousness, we cannot say. Then how they come and how they go, you cannot say from where they come and go, where they come and go. In short, It is a mysterious experience. That is what is said there. Jnanam Vishantite. Count. Then continuing 52nd verse. Nanargadaste Vijnanad Dravyatva Bhavayogadaha Karya Karanata Bhavad Yato Chintyas Sadeivate. So what is this world? This world is nothing but Nama and Rupa, consciousness seemingly in motion is called this world. Now Gaudapadacharya says, superficially looking, there seems to be a cause-effect relationship between the firebrand and the patterns. Because when you move the firebrand, the pattern emerges. And when you stop the firebrand, the pattern stops and disappears. Therefore, superficially seeing, firebrand seems to be Karanam and pattern seems to be the Karyam. Karanam means cause, Karyam means effect. And Gaudapadacharya, even though they have Karya-Karana Sambandha, on inquiry, you cannot talk about Karya-Karana Sambandha. Cause-effect relationship cannot be logically established. Why? Because to talk about any relationship, including cause-effect relationship, we require two things. Firebrand and the patterns, they are not two. But they are not two. Only one substance alone is there. Firebrand and pattern are two words, but substance is one. So, Dravyatva Abhava Yogata. Similarly, world does not have a substantiality of its own. It is only non-substantial. Nama Rupa pattern. The world really belongs to one Brahma Chaitanyam. Therefore, he says, Dravyatva Abhava Yogataha. There is no substantiality either for the pattern or for the world. And therefore, Karya Karanata Abhavat. Since there are no two independent substances, substance is only one consciousness alone. You can never talk about any sambandha at all. Karya-Karana sambandha. Advaita sambandha. Advaite sambandha nasti. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says, Karya-Karanata abhavat. There is no cause-effect relationship between Brahman and the world. Because world is another name for Brahman in seeming motion created by Maya. Now the next question is, how can the intangible consciousness become the tangible world? Consciousness is what? Adrishtam, earlier, seventh mantra. Avyapadeshyam, avyavaharyam. So it cannot be seen, it cannot be transactable, attributeless, nameless, formless, beyond cause, no causation. All these things are there. Seventh mantra of first chapter Agama Prakaranam. Lot of water has gone under the bridge. Santam Shivam Madvaitam Manyante Saatma Savijneya. All that. So this untangible cannot be seen, no attribute. It's not as object, it is a subject. So therefore, how that intangible consciousness become tangible world? This is a question. For that we say you refer to the modern scientists who say that the whole tangible world is subatomic particles in motion or energy in motion. Energy is intangible, particle is intangible, but that in motion appears as tangible world. They explain it now. This was explained long time ago. Okay. If energy becomes tangible matter, why not consciousness also become tangible world? Therefore, non-tangible consciousness in seeming motion is tangible world. This is the Vedantic essence. Karya karanata abhavaha. Then what is the nature of this appearing universe? Yatha achintyaha sadaiva te. Since you cannot explain how this world has come, since it is inexplicable, because you cannot say it came from outside, inside, it goes outside, goes inside also. Since it is not logically categorizable, whatever that is not logically categorizable is called mithya or maya. And Gaudapadacharya uses the word achintyaha. It is non-existent, but it is still experienced. Like dream objects are not there, but still we experience them. So too Jagrat Prapancha is really not there, but still we experience them. How? That is called Maya. For Vedanta, anything when you are cornered, they will put this Maya there. It's a very good escape, right? But unfortunately, that is a fact. What can you do? Dravyam dravyasya hetuhu syad anyad anyasya chaivahi dravyatvam bhavo va dharmanam nopapadyate. This verse is a commentary upon the previous verse. Second line, Karya Karana Bhavat Yato Chindya Sadevate. There is no cause-effect relationship between Brahman and the world. Why there is no cause-effect relationship is explained in this verse. So God created the world, you cannot say. Cause-effect relationship is what is questioned here. We have seen the explanation before, but Gaudapadacharya is giving it now. Any relationship requires two things. Not only two things, two independently existing thing is required. Not clay and pot. Anyat dravyam anyasya dravyasya hetuhu syat. Cause-effect relationship is possible only when there is one substance which has got independent existence different from the other substance. In the case of the worldly object, you cannot prove independent of the worldly objects. Independent of the world. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says, Dharmanam dravyatva asti. The object in the creation do not have a substantiality of its own. They are only nama rupatmakam, like the padarthas of the Swapna Prapancha. All the object in the Swapna Prapancha, they are also seen. They seem to have tangibility when you are dreaming. So too, waking objects are also not tangible. If you think it is due to Maya. Therefore, dharmanam dravyatvam na upapatyate. The worldly object do not have substantiality, and therefore anya bhavaha, they cannot be counted as a distinct entity, as a product having relationship. Anya bhavaha means a separate existence you cannot attribute to the world. When they do not have a distinct status, how can you talk about a relationship? What is there is karya karana vilakshanam chaitanyam. That alone is there. What is that karya karana vilakshanam Brahma? I am. I am that Brahman. And if I am able to say this with confidence, Andukya Karika has served its purpose. Until I can say this confidently, continue to study of Mandukya and Karika. All these are based on the seventh mantra. Okay. So, it cannot be cause-effect relationship is not possible between the world and Brahman. So this cause-effect theory is disputed means what? All the theory, all the Semitic religion, God created the world is completely negated. Including our religion is also there. It's not that other religion, yeah. Dvaitam talks about it, Vishishtadvaitam talk about it. Everybody talk about it. And in the beginning, Vedanta also talks about it. Because Vedanta starts with Dvaitam only. So even Upanishad also talk about it. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeta satapotapyata satapattaptva idagam sarvam asrijata. So it is that he desired. That means what? Poor Brahman, poor Bhagavan was sitting alone. He felt bored. He created. Now, continuing, 54th. Evam na chittaja dharmaha chittam vapi na dharmajam evam hetu phala jatim prashitanti manishinah. In this manner, with the help of the Ajata Drishtanta, we have come to the conclusion and conviction that nothing is born out of Brahman. Neither the world is born out of Brahman, nor Brahman is born out of the world. Because this materialistic philosophy, what is that? Neither matter is born out of consciousness, nor consciousness is born out of matter. Is it not? Big Bang theory is what? Then what is this world? This Brahman falsely appearing as this world. Evam, in this manner, dharmaha na chittajaha dharmaha. The things and beings in the creation, chetana achetana padarthaha. They are not born out of Brahman. Brahman is not the cause of either jiva or jagat, chara or achara. Brahman is not the cause of any one of them. Chittam vapi na dharmajam chittam. Consciousness is not born out of matter. The materialistic philosophy, they say there was only a matter soup. It got condensed and gradually it turns into stars and other planets. Thereafterwards, life came and consciousness came out of matter. So matter joined in a certain proportion, then consciousness came. They are trying to do that. What is that? Robot. Matter is in a proportion. They create such a beautiful looking girls. Robot. And this TV guy interviewed her. Very beautiful. How are you? You can process millions of data in 1 second. You are superior to man. She said, no, but I miss one thing. What is that? Soul, she says. See that? So that Human beings we are creating, isn't it? You should have consciousness? No. Still depend upon electricity. Think about it. So proof. Matter cannot create consciousness. No, there is consciousness mistaken for matter. And one who has understood this fact is called Manishinaha. They have understood that I am Turiyam. Now all of you know it, right? Once they know I am the Turiyam, they negate Vishwaha, the Prathama Pada, Taijasa, the Dvitiya Pada, Pratnya, the Tritiya Pada. I am not. Similarly, I am beyond the gross world, Prathama Pada, Sushma Prapancha, Dvitiya Pada, Karana Prapancha, Tritiya Pada. I am not waker, I am not dreamer, I am not deep sleeper. I am the Chaturtha Pada, that is Turiya. So the first two are called Karyam. The third one is called Karanam. I am Karya Karana Vilakshana Turiyam Brahma. Therefore, Hetu Phala Ajatim. These wise people understand non-origination of both Hetu and Phala, cause and effect, and they transcend both. They go beyond cause-effect realm, means they go beyond Kala Tattva. You cannot conceive cause-effect without time factor. At one time, what was seed became tree later. Why? Time. In time. So, cause-effect relationship is always in time. Yeah. Therefore, I am beyond Kalaha, which alone is called immortality. Another point, the cause-effect relationship has no solid foundation, because only the cause has some substance. Then only out of that something is born. Here, Atma is free from attributes. So, birth of a thing with attribute is not logical. You think about it. Okay. 55. Yavat hetu phala vesha. Tavat हेतुफलोद्भवः क्षीणे हेतुफलावेशः नास्ति हेतुफलोद्भवः Here, Gaudapadacharya says, as long as the person does not discover or know I am this Turiya Chaitanyam, he can never escape from samsara. This knowledge alone can give moksha. Suppose a person says, this path is extremely difficult, and can I skip and find some other method? Gaudapadacharya says, no. If you find it difficult, you prepare yourself and ready to know the truth. Study until you get it. Better luck next life. You have no escape. You have to come to this knowledge for moksha. If you collect a lot of punya and go to Brahmaloka, there also Brahmaji will catch you. Kaivalya Upanishad is an example. Ashwalayana, Brahmaji is a teacher there. Now, somebody is asked question, why do you insist? Are you a fanatic or what? Gaudapadacharya says, no, I am not fanatical. If I don't know I am the fourth pada, I am going to certainly mistake myself as either Vishwa, Taijasa or Prajna. Moment I miss the Turiyam, I will slip down to either Prathama, Dvitiya or Tritiya. Therefore, I take myself to be Sthula Sharira Abhimani, Chaitanyam, I am a waker individual. Helplessly, I become Karta Bhukta. You cannot escape once I identify with Vishwa. I am going to feel finitude. And I am certainly going to miss certain things in life. Therefore, parichedaha, limitations are inevitable in life. Ignorance will lead to limitation and it will lead to kamaha, which will produce karma. Then karma phala. So the source of kama, desire, is what? Sense of incompleteness. Sense of incompleteness is the one drive us to make it complete and think that this I get, I will be complete. If you are poor, if I become rich, I will be complete. Then when you are rich, then you are thinking about what? I want to be the number one. In the, what that, Forbes? Yeah. Now India, they calculated 179 multi-billionaires are there, it seems. We thought India was poor and all that. No. And all those missionaries from India, Kerala, they come here and put picture about poor people, snake charmers. And these people, innocent people, think that poor thing we have to help. They pay money. Those guys go there and build mansions for themselves. You remember one in Kerala missionary came here and then collected some money for Anath Ashram, orphanage. So one of the donors felt that, we want to go and see this orphanage, see how that. And when he came, he was taken to his house. So he asked, where are the... We are the all. So, the sense of incompleteness is the breeding place for karma. Once karma comes, what happens? So, sense of incompleteness means limitation. Karma comes, karma. Karma will produce karma phala. Now, karma phala comes, what happened? Janma. To exhaust the result of action, you have to take birth. Because some of the results you cannot exhaust in this life. Now you have a desire, what? I want to be a man. All the girls, all the women think that I want to be a man. In this birth itself. Now in this birth it is not possible. In this birth it is not possible. I don't know, there are some operation, I don't know. So you have to take next birth. And next birth also we continue the same thing. Then next birth. Like this it goes on. So that is why this Bhagavad says, you have no other way. Therefore, parichedaha, limitations are inevitable in life. Ignorance will lead to limitation, and it will lead to kama, and will produce karma, karma will produce phalam. Until that result comes, there is an anxiety. I become restless. When you get it more, sanjita karma, prarabdha karma, agamika karma, this is called samsara chakra. If you are a Vishwa, you will be a samsari. If you are a Taijasa, same problem, enacted in Swapna. When you become Prajna, you get some rest. You don't have the problem. You don't give problem to others also. This is again for a short time. But again you come out and get into problem in the Vishwa Taijasa. Unless you discover Turiya, your samsara will continue. If you think there is other solution, you can try. Yavat hetu phalavesha. As long as you are obsessed with cause-effect of karma and phalam, tavat hetu phalodbhavaha. So long there will be the continuous utpatti of karma and phalam, which is a very, very powerful thing. You cannot stop the Kala Chakra, but you can jump out of Chakra. The cycle will continue. You can jump out. Like, what do you call that? You go to Disneyland, there is a roller coaster, right? Roller coaster, keep going. You can jump out. Life is like that, it's a roller coaster. You have a choice, you want to continue or not. You can jump out. Chine hetu phalaveshe. When your obsession with hetu and phala, cause effect, karma phala, karma and karma phalam, even the body comes under karma phalam. Only when you drop this obsession, because otherwise how do you explain this body? You got this body. Whatever the body is, You are only 5 feet 4 inches. I should have been 6 feet. I am not fair. I am brown. Oh, it's not your problem. Why I got this brown color? Why not I am fair? Some people are black. Now I am black. Anyway, these are all your prarabdha. So, karma phala only, the body itself is karma phalam. When you drop this obsession, only when you drop the Vishwa Tejasa Pratya status, you can drop the obsession of karma and karma phala. Nasti hedu phalat phalodbhavaha. Turiya ajnanam leads to shariratraya abhimanam. When I know my nature is turiyam, the abhimana drops off. Once you wake up from dream, you don't have abhimana of sapna prapancha. So people go for reading what is sapna and all that. Problem. There are books also written, right? Explaining dream world, isn't it? So too, when I wake up to my turiya state, I don't have abhimana for the jagrat sharira. That alone is conveyed in the Chinmudra. Dakshinamurti sits there with Chinmudra. Maunavyakya prakatita parabrahma tattvam yuvanam varishistante vasat rishigadai avrutam brahmanishtai acharyendram karakalita chinmudram anandarupam Swatmaramam muditavadanam dakshinamurti mide. So that alone is Chinmudra. What is that? This is called accusing finger. Now, accusing finger. Only with this finger you can do accuse. You try another finger, it doesn't work. No, this is accusing finger. When associated with 3 fingers, generally all the 4 are together. The 3 fingers are Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. Waking, dream, deep sleep. These 3. When this accusing finger stands for ego, ahankara, jiva, and they are associated with Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, samsara. Then this accusing finger is separated. When these 3 are dismissed, negated, then ego, the thumb stands for Brahman, the reality, Ananda Swarupa. Why? That is why thumb is separate from the 4. It is completely separate. But at the same time, without thumb, none of the 4 works. That's why Ekalavya story. Thumb is removed, then none of the 4 works. So, thumb stands for Parabrahma, Sarupa, Atma. And this ego, when it separates from the 3, detached from the 3, and surrenders to Parabrahma, then what happens? A circle is formed. Anadi Ananda Swarupa Paramatma. This is the Jnana Mudra. So when I identify with Turiyam, I become the whole without beginning or end. Purnaha. Nasti, for you, hetu phala udbhavaha is not there. This continuity of the cause-effect cycle is not there for you. It's called Mauna Vyakya. Okay. 56. यावत् हेतु फलावेशः संसारस्तावदायतः क्षीणे हेतुफलावेशः संसारं न प्रपद्यते. And Gaudapada Acharya gives a strong warning. As a Vishwa, when you are a Karta, you want to do a lot of things, expecting the result of things. Now you are a Karta and you fantasize a dream in the future. New dream house, new dream car, dream wife, dream children. Is it not? I always dream as a better bhukta. And it appears that better bhukta tomorrow will be satisfied. So what is that? I want to get that, then I will be happier. That means what? You are postponing your happiness for tomorrow, not today. Today you miss to be happy. This visualization, today's karta, is not totally satisfied. And I want to transform myself to a better bhokta tomorrow. See the problem? This I remember my mother. She used to buy vegetable from the market and put it in the refrigerator. Then when she take it out, then she see some vegetable are going to get rotten. That she takes it out. Then cut it out and give us the curry they make. And what is that? Every day you are getting rotten. Then you good ones you put it back. You see the problem? That's what is happening to us. Thinking that we are going to be happier tomorrow when I have these things. So you are postponing your happiness for tomorrow, and by the time what happened? Life ends. We forget to live. That's why all Indian people, they live poor, die rich. They don't know how to enjoy life. scared of spending money. Arey, chali jai. Unless you spend money, how can it come? That's why our mission, Gurudev established CCMT. CC money, empty. His policy was like that. He never allowed to hoard money. The moment he sees some money stored, he will come, bring. He will give it to somebody, some other center. And when you interview them, they will say, little more to be done. Then I'll be okay. Again, they postpone the fulfillment. They talk about billionaires, Bill Gates, etc. Gaudapadacharya asks, where is the end? He says, I will guarantee one thing, there is no future bhukta going to be at home, comfortable. Either you are ever comfortable or you are never comfortable. The uncomfortable one will never be comfortable. Therefore, learn to be comfortable here and now. Otherwise, you are in eternal search. Yavat hetu phala aveshaha. As you are sucked into cause-effect cycle, tavat samsaraha ayataha. Your samsara get extended. Previously, bachelor samsari, now householder samsari. Father, grandfather samsari. Therefore, the net result is cut classes. Chine hetupala aveshe. When you get out of the obsessive cycle of karta, bhokta, when that obsession is gone, this will go only when you understand that I am neither Vishwa, Tejasa or Pratnya, but I am Turiya. This owning up of Turiya alone will free you from the sense of karta, bhokta, bondage. Now start thinking you are Turiya. Okay. But Swamiji, is it not a self-hypnotism? But as you think, so you become. This is our Shastra, our Vedas talk about it. Vedas have come from the Lord Himself. Therefore, it cannot be untrue. So we try that, see what happens. And this negation, so this owning up of Turiya alone will free you from the sense of karta, bhokta, bondage. And this negation and owning up is possible only through Vedanta Shravanam. Shravanam is very important. And unless you get it, until you get it, you hear. That is the point. Because Vedanta alone talks about Turiyam. You take any other religious textbook, they don't ask you to get out of Vishwa, Taijasa, Pratnya. You do the rituals and as a result you go to Kailasa or Vaikuntha or Surga or Brahmaloka. And there also you are traveling from one place to another. Samsara na prapatyate. Turiyajnanena. Samsaram does not go because he doesn't find samsara as there is no samsara. So Turiyajnanena, samsara goes, samsara disappears. Samsaram na prapatyate Turiyajnanena. Samsaram will not affect him because he doesn't find samsara, there is no samsara. All right. So Hetu Phala is something like possessed by a ghost. See, that is like Hetu and Phala. I am Karta, Bhokta, then he has to go through lives, birth and death. Once you understand both are mithya, then the cause-effect relationship get vanished. As long as there is a faith in cause-effect relationship, then birth and birth, samsara cannot be avoided. Okay. It is very difficult to go, right? Very difficult to go. Cause-effect relationship. Stop consulting astrologers. That is the first thing. As long as Sharira Bhava is there, Sharira identification is there, then what happens? All these things will be there. But in samsara we have to do this, right? Vyavaharika satta is there. You may do it, but don't give too much importance. Okay. Samvritya jayate sarvam shashvatam nasti tena vai sadbhavena hyajam sarvam uchchedastena nasti vai. With the previous verse, Gaudapadacharya concludes the Alata Drishtanta. Through the Alata example, he proved that there is only one non-dual firebrand and there is no substance called pattern. And now from the 57th verse to 74th verse, based on the, or applying the Alata Drishtanta, Gaudapadacharya wants to summarize the Vedantic teaching in which the non-dual glowing tip in the dark room is comparable to Brahman, and the pattern created by moving the firebrand is compared to the universe. Thus, based on the example, Gaudapadacharya summarizes the Vedantic teaching, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. As long as this fact is not known, you continue to think there is a duality and you will continue to see cause-effect relationship also. Samvritya jayate. The origination of this universe, Sarvam, the entire universe, I see the origination of the universe only because Samvrittihi means Ajnanam. Just as I talk about the origination of pattern, which is a thing at all, similarly I see, which is not a thing at all. So, just as I talk about the origination of pattern, which is not a thing at all, similarly I see falsely the origination of the universe because of avidya. And once avidya has come, kala comes to picture. Once kala comes into picture, then karya and karana comes into picture. I see everyone who gives me problem. Say in Shiv Puran, there is a story. When Parvati took the form of a Kali, Bhadrakali, to kill Asuras, and she caught up with that form, she identified with that form so much that her anger was not coming down. And the whole Devatas prayed to Lord Shiva, if she continue like this, she will destroy the whole world. We have to do something. Then what Bhagavan did, she was walking in the path, he went and lay down. And without knowing, she stepped on Lord Shiva. When she stepped on Lord Shiva, she understood, I am stepping on to my husband. She was a Pativrata Nari. She thought it is sin. She calmed down immediately and came back to her real form. Parvati, sweet, beautiful looking Parvati. But afterwards she felt so bad that I stepped on to my husband. And that guilt she was not able to get over. Now Bhagavan said, no, it is nothing, you and me, there is no difference. Why are you thinking like that? We are one. There is no Parvati, Parameshwara, two things, we are one. But she doesn't feel it. Then finally, it became such a problem for her. So Bhagavan understood. So he just removed the, we call the snow. There was a mirror-like thing. So a mirror-like thing was there, a wall mirror. Removed the snow and asked her to look at. And when she looked at her form, what she see? Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is standing there. So she saw that my form is also Lord Shiva's form. Then she felt better. So this is what we have to see. What? The world that you are seeing is separate. No, it's you. So samvrtihi means ajnanam. So all our stories are all Vedanta only. See. Just as I talk about the origination of pattern, which is a thing, not a thing at all, similarly I see falsely the origination of the universe because of avidya. And once avidya is gone, kala comes to Avidya has come, then Kala comes to picture. Once Kala comes into picture, then Karya Karana comes into picture. I see everyone who gives me problem. I see as a victim of Sanchita Karma, Agamika Karma, Prarabdha Karma. Avidya comes, Kalam comes, then Karya, Karana comes, Janma, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya comes. Therefore, Tena, because of that Kalatattvam, Shashwatam Nasti. There is nothing that is permanent in this creation. Human beings want something stable and permanent to hold on to. But he finds that no object is stable. Person, job, government, they are not stable. Therefore, Shashwatam Nasti Tena Vai. Human beings also wants an anchor, like a ship when it is moving in the ocean of samsara. And that anchor is the Turiyam alone. Everything is impermanent from Ajnani's Drishti, and therefore only samsara. Whereas from Jnani's Drishti, everything is nothing but Brahman. So what is impermanent from Ajnani's Drishti? The very same world is nothing but Nityam Brahma from Jnani's Drishti. So, what is perishable? Wave. From Ajnani's Drishti is a permanent water from Jnani's Drishti. Wave Drishti means Martya Drishti. I shift the Drishti from wave to water. The water continued to be there all the time. Similarly, look at the wavy universe. Everything is impermanent. Look at the content of this wavy universe, like the content of this wave. The universe content is Brahman, that is eternal. Therefore, he says, Sat Bhavena, from the standpoint of Brahman as Brahman, Sarvam Ajam, everything in this creation is eternal. From Nama Rupa Drishti, it is perishable. From Brahman Drishti, it is imperishable. Therefore, Uchchedaha Tena Nasti Vai. From that Drishti, nothing perishes. Wave, vapor, cloud, rains, in all these avastha, water is there. Hence, Uchchedaha, mortality, Nasti, not there. When there is no mortality, there is no sense of insecurity also. That which drives human being in life is the sense of insecurity. Either I am worried about the death of myself, or I am worried about the death of other people. For a jnani, there is no sense of insecurity. Okay, we'll stop here. Today, 57. All these verses are for reflection. Don't listen and then just go, okay? Start thinking. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। Stop.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Swamiji.
Thank you.